fantastic comment of the Klei Yakar in this week's Parsha Behar, which needs careful review. The Torah introduces the laws of Shemitah, the Shav Saharet Shabbos Hashem. What is the reason, what's the rationale for the notion of Shemitah? This is the subject of the big machlokes among the Rishonim. There are different positions, philosophic positions, that I mentioned. The Rambam Mor Levuchim notes that the reason for Shemitah, he writes, that the land should be able to become reinvigorated. The land lies fallow, in order that once again the land should be able to undergo a renaissance in terms of its nutrients, in terms of productivity, in terms of its fecundity. That's the position of the Mor Levuchim. It's a very original position, but one that makes a lot of sense, one that seems quite logical. We know that in general farmers, from time to time, will work on and cultivate certain parts of their farm and other areas that leave fallow, in order that that productivity should once again be re-enhanced. However, many Rishonim disagree with the Rambam, and they contend that if this was the reason for Shemitah, so why should the Torah tell us, and the Mishnayos tell us, and the Gemara tells us, that the punishment for non-observance of Shemitah is golus, going into exile? Let the punishment be that the land should not be productive. The land should not have its fecundity enhanced. And secondly, the Torah calls the idea of Shemitah Shabbos Hashem. In effect, it's not Shabbos Hashem according to this reasoning. It's Shabbos, which is the Tzarech HaOretz, to improve the fertility of the ground. And furthermore, ask the Klei Yakar and the Rambam, when the Torah says, Os tir tzahar tzah Shabbos Hosea, what value will there be if Klal Yisrael goes into Golus and now Eretz Yisrael is occupied by non-Jews, by the Goyim? How will it affect there be a fulfillment of the pasuk? Os tir tzahar tzah Shabbos Hosea, Bosham Omehem. And therefore, because of all these questions, many did not accept the rationale of the Rambam, and there are different explanations. The Baal HaKedah, for example, Rabbi Yitzchak Aroma contends that the sole function of this mitzvah is L'zecher Chidush HaOlam, to remember Yemosa Olam, the history of the world. The Baal HaKedah writes of a similar nature, but the Klei Yakar has the following suggestion. He writes, and I'll read his language, Shatam mitzvah zo lahashrish es Yisrael b'midas ha'amunah v'abitachon b'Hashem, to underscore and strengthen our amunah and bitachon in Hashem Yisbarach. Rebbeinu Shalom was concerned, once we enter Eretz Yisrael, yisasku ba'avodas ha'adama al minhag hativi, we will work the land, we'll till the land, we'll cultivate it, we're self-disciplined, we're going to completely throw ourselves into agriculture. And what will happen, as often is the case? People think, everything is due to my handiwork, everything is due to my ability to work the land and till the soil, and like. And Olam Kimin Hago, no, hey, they'll think that they are the Balabatim. We are the ones who are in control. And therefore the Rebbeinu Shalom decided to set up the whole concept of Shemitah. For 6 years, a person actually goes ahead and works the land. And in the 7th year, the land lies fallow. And in effect, what is the person declaring? A person is saying to Rebbeinu Shalom, you are the Balabait. You're the one who's in control. You're the one who makes the decisions. You're the one who essentially is the Balabait over the entire world. And of course, we have many similar situations. The Klei Yakar says, for example, the man that came down in the desert. Why? In order to underscore this idea that we should turn to Hashem for our sustenance, for our livelihood. We shall be tachon Hashem Yisbarach, and so too, one has to, in a similar fashion, not work the land during the Shemitah year. Ein zera v'ein kotzer, almost as if we're being somech al hanes. But the Torah tells us there are several nisim, namely, v'chi somru manocha b'shana hashriyas hein lo nizra v'lo nesa v'sru aseinu. What are we going to eat? So the Torah tells us that Hashem will give you a bracha. You'll have fecundity for a period of 3 years. This obviously explains as well why, if we don't observe Shemitah, we'll go into Golus. because that indicates a lack of emunah in Hashem Yisbarach, a lack of bitachon in the Yeshuas Hashem Ke'eref Ayin. And this exactly is the whole notion, the whole idea lying behind Shemitah. To show that the Ribbon Shalom is the one who directs traffic, he directs everything. The Ribbon Shalom is the one who is behind the scenes, and without that emunah bitachon Hashem Yisbarach, there's no way that we can survive. In a similar vein, many of you in this juncture in your life are either in the midst of your academic studies, or you completed segments of your academic studies and now are going on to try to find productive work, be successful in the world out there. And as you know, it's certainly a complicated adventure, or venture if you will, and not a simple thing. And obviously one has to be mishtadel, one has to go about doing the shtadlus, whether it's getting an education, doing the academic work that's a prerequisite for finding a job, but ultimately one has to realize that everything is in the hands of Hashem Yisbarach. Sildi parnasa, sustenance, and finding not just a job, but the right job, one that'll be happy, is something which is purely b'yad Hashem. One has to have emunah and bitachon. One has to be mispal to Hashem Yisbarach, that they should be zocher to siyata d'shmaya. Hashem should direct them to the right places. Hashem should direct them not only to the right venue, but also they should be zocher to work with people that it's a pleasure to work with, that one can interact with them wholesomely, being anchored in the Torah and the mitzvahs, and being in an environment, in an atmosphere which will, mitzvah Hashem, just enhance one's ability to maintain one's commitment and one's integrity and one's fidelity to Hashem Yisbarach. Halavai, all of you should be zocher, Be'ez Hashem Yisbarach, each one in their own time, to strengthen your emunah and bitachon Hashem Yisbarach, finding that position, mitzvah Hashem, which will be mat'im, which will be appropriate, and Be'ez Hashem Yisbarach, be zocher to be Mekad Hashem Shamayim in the workforce, and in general, come close to Hashem Yisbarach as a result of this entire enterprise.